Hey guys, it's Chris here. I want to ask you a question today. Is the way that you're losing weight actually making you fatter in the long run? And I'm asking you that question because when it comes to losing weight, we've got to understand that we're not just losing fat, we're also losing muscle tissue too. So if the way that you're losing weight isn't set up to try and preserve muscle tissue and you end up breaking a lot of muscle tissue down, then when you're seeing positive changes on the scales, it might not always result in a positive change in your body. Have you ever lost half a stone and looked at your body, or even a stone, and looked at your body and thought, I still look the same? Because here's the thing, this is what is happening. So when you're following a diet, if the diet's not set up correctly, and if you're following any sort of quick fix, fatty scheme, where it's based around pills, potions, products, and not real food, and not really teaching you anything about food, the first thing that your body will do is break down muscle tissue. When you're breaking down muscle tissue, you're losing active tissue. You're actually taking your metabolism and you're slowing it down. So this means your ability to burn fat is becoming less and less and less the more muscle tissue that you're actually breaking down and losing. So when we're losing this muscle tissue, your body starts to panic. It starts to freak out a little bit. You're losing weight, but you're not losing as much fat as what you think. So your body is starting to freak out and it wants to gain this muscle tissue back. It auto-regulates body fat and it auto-regulates muscle tissue. So then you stop following the diet that you are following for whatever reason. Maybe you've hit a brick wall, you've stalled, it's no longer working, you've lost some weight, you don't look any different, you just look a lighter version of yourself but with the same or near to the same levels of body fat. You've still got a belly bulge, you've still got fat on your thighs, your hips that you want to change, but it's just not budging. So you think, what's the point? I'm not following this anymore. You go back to normal eating. But here's the thing, so you've followed the fad diet so far, but so far enough for you to actually lose muscle tissue. So now your body's going to try and gain this back. And it's also going to try and gain the body fat that you've lost back too. So what it stimulates is a release of hunger hormones. But the biggest problem here is these hunger hormones don't just stop at your previous body fat levels. They stay elevated until your body fat has gone beyond it where it was when it started. So you end up going through something known as collateral fattening, where you're not only trying to gain the muscle tissue back, but because your body's trying to gain the muscle tissue back that you've lost, you end up regaining more body fat than where you started from. So I hope that makes sense, because that's quite confusing. So you end up overshooting body fat levels, which means the whole process starts all over again. You look in the mirror, you hate what you see, you're trying to get ready on Saturday night, nothing fits, and then what do? You start another diet. And this process continues, and you end up continuing to yo-yo with your weight, losing weight, regaining that weight back, losing weight, regaining weight back. There's got to be an end to this if you're ever going to be truly successful at transforming your body. And two of the key things that I'm looking for when I'm working with a private client and what I've set up in our Body Transformation Project online program is I'm looking for you to actually try and keep muscle tissue and also trying to amplify the amount or accelerate the amount of body fat that you're losing. And I'm going to be looking to do that from two perspectives. One, with the exercise that we're doing, we're going to be weight training, and the other with the type of nutrition that we're following, which is set up to try and preserve lean muscle tissue as much as possible, which means you have less of the fluctuations in weight. You could actually be losing body fat on this program and not really even losing much weight. That's not necessarily always a bad thing, especially if the way that you're losing weight is slow and steady and it's enough for your body to keep up with the pace. So there we go, guys. A little bit more information for you there as to why you should completely avoid fad diets, completely avoid restrictive diets that are low in calories, just anything that's so far removed from real food and teaching you everything you need to know in terms of how to eat for fat loss. If anything is literally just a quick fix, you're going to go through this same collateral fattening cycle over and over and over and over again. All right, guys, feel free to ask me any questions on this topic, any questions that you've got about how to lose weight. for good. And don't forget, obviously, if you've not done so already, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial of my Body Transformation Project online program, where in the paid membership service, the private membership service, we go into nutrition for fat loss and training for fat loss. All right, guys, any questions, again, feel free to ask me, and give us a like if you've enjoyed this video.